What's up, guys? You're very welcome along to this Rangers Champions League preview here on Anfield Agenda. The Reds travel up to Ibrox to take on Giovanni Van Bronckhorst's men on Wednesday night. It's an 8pm kickoff and you can catch our watch along live from 7pm over on our Twitch channel. The link to that is in the description. Not only will we be doing the entire game over there, but Paddy and Chris will be live for a match reaction afterwards as well, taking you right through till around 11pm. Look, we're going up to Glasgow with a couple of injury concerns. The bad news that came out today is that Luis Diaz will be out until after the World Cup. It's a knee injury, as we know. The reports coming out of Colombia and Via Apologise today said that it doesn't require surgery, but it will be enough to keep him out till after the World Cup. Not the news that we needed, not the news that we wanted. Also, it's been confirmed that Trent Alexander-Arnold was taken off because he had an injury and not because he was playing terribly. I don't know what to make of that, but either way, I haven't got any news for you on how serious that ankle injury is for Trent, whether he'll be available for selection or not. But I got to be honest as well, for me, didn't matter whether he was available for selection or not tonight because he wasn't going to be in my predicted 11. So look, let's start off with the score prediction. We have to get to 3 points in my opinion. Paddy thinks he'd take a point. I wouldn't. I want us to still grab top spot in this group. It's very difficult because of the score that Napoli beat us by over in Naples, but you never know. We can only take care of the remaining fixtures that we have and see how the cards fall. So for me, starting with this one, as you can see, I'm going for a narrow Liverpool win. And I have to go for a Liverpool win. I can understand people with the form that we're in, or Rangers players, staff and managers looking at this and thinking, could be the right time to play Liverpool. I get it. But I don't think we're playing as bad as we did. I think against Arsenal we were unlucky. I think Arsenal probably just about deserved the win. But if we had gotten a point from it, I don't feel would have stolen the point. I don't want to go into the refereeing decisions, but just look at Dermot Gallagher today. Somebody on Sky who doesn't really like to critique referees too much. He said both the big decisions in the game against Arsenal were wrong. Arsenal shouldn't have had a penalty. Liverpool should have had a penalty. You know my thoughts on it. But look, what 11 have I gone with? Why have I gone with this 11? And do I think we'll get the job done? Well, let me start off by saying there's going to be a few changes to the team. Some of them enforced. Some just because I think players don't deserve to start. Let's start off with the goalkeeper and the centre-backs. So what I've gone with here is Alisson, Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk. Not because I think that Joel Matip has played exceptionally bad or anything like that. Jurgen Klopp just tends to like Konate in the Champions League, and I think the fact that he was brought on for, I can't remember, 15-20 minutes in the last league game against Arsenal probably indicates that Jurgen Klopp was preparing him to get minutes in his legs for the game on Wednesday. And again, we'd have plenty of recovery time then before the game against Manchester City coming up at the weekend. Don't even talk about that game to me yet, by the way. I'm very, very nervous about that one. I could well be predicting the first ever loss I've predicted on the channel, which worries me. But anyway, to get back to this game, look, Virgil van Dijk, in my opinion, is lucky to still be starting. I know, I never thought I'd utter those words myself, but he hasn't been himself. And he's supposed to be the leader at the back, and he hasn't really been leading much. And I don't like the way he's defending these days. Too casual for my liking. Look at when Saka picked up the ball for Arsenal's first goal. He was half turned side onto him, half facing back towards his goal. Didn't know whether he was going to commit and ultimately did nothing. He just jockeyed, allowed Saka to cut inside. He slips the ball to Odegaard. Odegaard slips it through. Martinelli does the rest and we're 1-0 down. Now, I'm not laying the blame squarely on Virgil's shoulders, but I don't know what he was doing. And there's been a couple of occasions this season where I felt that way. Whether I'm right or wrong, I'm only here to give my opinions. Moving into the fullback positions, Joe Gomez and Kostas Tsimikas. Even if Trent is fit and available, I don't feel he's in the right mindset to play this game. And I don't think he deserves to play this game. We looked far more solid at right back when Joe Gomez came on. And I'm aware that we don't get the same attacking impetus from Joe as we get from Trent. But you know what? You got to stop conceding goals. I fully back our forwards to score at least 1 or 2 in a game, but when we're conceding so easily that our forwards are going to have to go out there and score 3 and 4 to try and win games, we need to put that to bed. So doing this, I hope will provide us with a little bit more solidity, and I hope that this is the back four that Jurgen Klopp does go with, because as I said, I'm expecting a ferocious battle up there, and Joe's physicality will do no harm whatsoever. Kostas, look, it's going to be a proper battle this season between him and Robbo for that left back position, but as of now, with Robbo not being match fit, yeah, Kostas is the boy to start on the left. Moving into midfield, this is what I'd like to see. Thiago, who by the way did not have a very good game against Arsenal. I'm not here to blow smoke up Thiago's backside, but he ultimately has more class than the rest of our midfield combined in my opinion. So if he's fit and available, he plays. I remember a little piece on Match of the Day that I watched yesterday where they were critiquing his jogging back for the goal. And I get it, and I agree with it. Sometimes he's almost a little bit too nonchalant, but ultimately he is the one luxury player I think we can afford to carry in our team. And I'm sure that it's not from a lack of want that he's not doing this. And if Jurgen Klopp's not happy with him, I'm sure we'll speak with him. But for me, Thiago Alcantara has to start in the midfield too. And I bring in Fabinho because I've been very critical of Jordan Henderson this season, and you know, it's not something I've made a habit of over my time on this channel or over Jordan Henderson's time at the football club, because I've been a big admirer of his. I've been a big fan of the way he's gone about his business. But between what happened, and I still don't know exactly what happened with Gabriel and Xhaka in the Arsenal game, we'll wait and see what happens there. But ultimately, I think it's the right call to bring Fabinho back in to play alongside Thiago. And I love Bobby Firmino in the hole. Diogo Jota also works very well in the hole, but I've put Diogo Jota elsewhere, as you will see in a moment. So for me, Bobby in behind the front three, I love it. I love Bobby in that position, and there is no man in better form right now. That goal that he scored yesterday against Arsenal, bad foot, difficult angle, and he just buried it. It was beautiful. It was prime Bobby Firmino. And when Bobby scores and smiles, we all feel a little bit better about life. So look, let's move into the wide positions now. Diogo Jota for me to come in on the left side, Mohamed Salah on the right. And you know what? I've got to be honest here again. The only reason that I'm really putting Mohamed Salah in the team is because I don't think we've got many options to come in and really challenge him as of yet. If we had options, for me, I think maybe it's the time that Mo needs for a wake-up call. I don't feel that Jurgen Klopp will think that way. Jurgen Klopp will expect Mo to eventually put this right. And look, I'm behind the manager on that one, but I'd be lying again if I said to you I've been impressed with Mo's contributions in the final third. I think he's done some decent work defensively and stuff, but ultimately it's just not been good enough because he's paid to score goals. Diogo Jota on the left, look, you could toss a coin, maybe go with Fabio Carvalho, and I would have absolutely no arguments with that. I'm all for younger players like Carvalho getting the opportunities ahead of players like Oxlade-Chamberlain or Milner, or those that Naby Keita even, that won't be here next season, or most likely won't be here next season. I'd like to give those minutes to the future, but we know Diogo Jota's going nowhere. He's in good form at the minute, in my opinion. I liked the little cameo we had on the left side against Arsenal. So for me, go with Diogo Jota on the left and Mohamed Salah on the right. Through the centre, well, it's got to be Darwin, hasn't it? I mean, he's doing everything but scoring, and then he scored against Arsenal, and he's a handful, and he won't shirk away from the physical battle that will no doubt be coming his way up in Ibrox. So that's my 11, my friends. Alisson in goal, Gomez at right back, Costas at left back, Virgil van Dijk and Ibu as the centre back pairing, Thiago Alcantara and Fabinho in the holding role, Bobby Firmino in the hole, and then Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez and Mohamed Salah in a 4-2-3-1. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree? And I hope to see you over on our Twitch channel for the watch along. Talk to you guys soon. Much love. Bye bye.